Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to, what's the name of the field here? It's just Taylor Park. This isn't the Memorial Field like Tom Halfman across the way. Okay, welcome here to Taylor Park as we get ready here for the regional completion game here. We hope, at least. I may have to go down and make another adjustment on the camera just to make sure that I can get to the get rid of the fuzz there on that camera here. But you can see up on, no, you can't because I don't have the scoreboard attached here. So let's see if I can get that attached. The score is 2-0 right now in, I believe it's the bottom of the second inning, right? Is that correct? Yeah, bottom of the second. There's 2 outs, so trying to get to completion here, but we keep hearing reports that it's going to be raining again soon. So we've already lost 1 set of equipment. Let's hope that we don't lose another set here, but that's the name of the game when you are trying to broadcast here and paid a pretty penny to do so. So we're going to make sure, obviously, that this broadcast gets through. I'm trying to just double check and see what's up with our center field camera here. Got that one set up here, but it's glitching quite a bit. So trying to see if I've got maybe plug in a different cord and see if we get a little bit better reception. I think part of it might be it's trying to get through the window as well. So I might try and open up the screen and hope that we don't get rain coming in this direction, see if that'll make a difference. But you're listening to Jeff Sauer here. Justin is over getting set up for softball. That's supposed to start at 2:30, so we'll wait to see what Justin says. He's going to come up here and hopefully join me. I also contacted Jordan King. He said he was going to try and make it here as well from the Flyway Focus, so we'll see how things are able to turn out there as well. I'm going to step aside and hear from some of our sponsors, and we'll be back here on Jeff's live stream as the window is starting to get a little bit drippy. We'll be back here from Taylor Park.
Bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Looking for something special in your child's education? The choices you make for your child today will impact their future forever. At CWC, we provide a Christ-centered education that shapes students academically, spiritually, and personally. From our exceptional elementary and middle schools to the academic rigor of life-enriching programs of our high school, CWC offers a place for students to grow and thrive. Our approach integrates faith into every subject, helping your child see the world through God's eyes. To learn more or schedule a visit, go to wearecwc.org.
Welcome to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Andy Kolker at My Property Shop is ready to assist you with your real estate needs. She prides herself on quick and smooth transactions with excellent negotiation skills. She is the local agent who puts your needs ahead of her own. Andy has already sold over $1 million in property in the first quarter of 2025. Do you want quality, detailed, accurate information in the real estate market? If so, contact Andy today. My Property Shop, located at 6 East Franklin Street, Waupun, or call or text 920-296-8738.
Hello, this is Jeff Sauer with Jeff's Livestream. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. Our purpose, first and foremost, is to bring glory to God. Second is to draw attention to the student athletes, promote the great things they and their schools are doing, and promote the businesses and the people running them within our communities. Our mission is to create memories for student athletes, families, teams, and communities, as well as allowing for viewers to see their athletes or teams perform regardless of where the viewer is located. If you'd like to join us as a sponsor to help us fulfill our purpose and mission, feel free to give me a call at 920-345-2066 or email me at livestreamjeff@gmail.com. I'd love to talk to you.
PT Tire and Service has been at 301 East Clark Street in Brandon for over 20 years. The owners, Tony and Pam Sauer, are dedicated to their community and their customers. They serve the auto repair, tire, and wheel needs of customers in Brandon and the rest of central Wisconsin. We're on call 24/7 for roadside assistance and on the farm service for customers. For auto repairs, tires, and wheels, come see us in person or request a quote online. PT Tire and Service, you make the call and leave the rest to us. Call 920-346-TIRE.
Angling Only Guide Service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Terry Holes and Ada Shun-Jones Realty is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. With over 20 years of full-time experience in the real estate industry, Terry has had the privilege of helping clients buy and sell homes and properties totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. His deep knowledge of the market, attention to detail, and commitment to clients has driven his success and made each transaction a positive experience. Terry was born and raised in Oakfield. He and his family have deep ties to the community. Terry knows this area when it comes to real estate. Contact Terry at 920.
Welcome back here. I know that this is some of the information you've seen before. Let me see if I can give a recap if I put my glasses on, if they won't steam up. A recap of the game, so far. Justin was able to enter that information in to the iPad here. So let's take a look at how things started out for the Markesan Hornets. Lucas Bruce was the leadoff hitter. He grounded out to the shortstop for the first out. I hear an echo, so I'm not sure where that's coming from. And then Gavin Sark grounded out to Cam Smith as well. And then Benton Vandenberg grounded out for the Hornets to make the third out. And then up to bat was Cam Smith. He hits a line drive for a single. And then Jack Renz came up. Cam Smith stole second base. Renz flies out to the right fielder, which allows for Cam Smith to advance. And then Logan Plime comes up, hits a sacrifice fly to the right fielder, allows Cam Smith to score, and it made it 1-0 for the Laconia Spartans. Then taking a look at the Colton Hogner comes up to bat and ends up flying out to the first baseman for the third out. Jabin Lawson comes up for the Hornets in the top of the second inning, and Lawson ends up striking out swinging. That brings up Logan Lemke. He flew out to the center fielder, Jack Renz, for the second out. Dawson Kelm came up, and he ends up striking out looking for the third out. Luke Robbie was up to bat for the Laconia Spartans and ends up drawing a walk. And then Beckett Weisgerber reaches on base on the fielder's choice, who end up throwing out. Robbie is out at second on the fourth. Ethan Pino reaches base due to an error on the shortstop. Courtesy runner Wyatt Redmond came in for him. Up to bat was Flynn O'Lear, and O'Lear struck out looking. And Nick Blank then hits a line drive for a single, driving in Beckett Weisgerber. And Redmond advances to second, and that's where we're at after the floodgates opened up and no longer could continue the contest here. Again, you can see the overall record of the Markesan Hornets. They ended up second in the Trailways West tied with Partyville. And then you can also see here the Laconia Spartans record of 17-6 tied for third. Actually, they took third in the flyway behind Campbell Sport and Mayville in the flyway conference. We're just about finished with the warm-ups here, just double checking and making sure all the cameras are working the way that I would like to see them working. Little bit fuzzy still on our home bait camera, but it's not too bad. And we have the center field camera working as well. We're going to step aside here as they're getting ready to tuck the tarp off of the mound, and we'll get ready to get things rolling here. There is one ball on Cam Smith, who is up to bat, and there is 2 outs. We'll step aside. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back after these messages.
5558 for all your realty needs in the greater Oakfield area. Or check him out on Facebook at Terry Holes Realtor. Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry. Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Spring is here, and it's time for a tune-up at PT Tire and Service. Get your vehicle ready for those sunny drives with a thorough checkup. From oil changes and tire rotations to brake inspections and fluid top-offs, they've got you covered. Don't forget to check your wipers and battery, too. Swing by PT Tire and Service in Brandon for a spring refresh, ensuring your ride is safe and smooth all season long. Or call 920-346-TIRE to schedule an appointment. Your car will thank you. Sam's Well Drilling focuses on providing clean, safe water for everyone. Their expert well water testing checks for bacteria and nitrates, ensuring peace of mind. As part of Sam's commitment to providing safe water, an in-house water testing lab is integral to Sam's service offering. The Water Sampling Lab is a separate division SWD Labs and prides itself on friendly service and a quick turnaround. Whether for drinking, irrigation, or livestock, Sam's has it covered. Trust Sam's for all your water needs. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Andy Kolker at My Property Shop is ready to assist you with your real estate needs. She prides herself on quick and smooth transactions with excellent negotiation skills. She is the local agent who puts your needs ahead of her own. Andy has already sold over $1 million in property in the first quarter of 2025. Do you want quality, detailed, accurate information in the real estate market? If so, contact Andy today. My Property Shop, located at 6 East Franklin Street, Waupun, or call or text 920-296-8738.
King Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class buildings and canopies. In fact, there are thousands of them in use across America and in the Caribbean. We have also produced and developed many other steel products for use in retail, commercial, and industrial applications, such as building fascia, loading racks, wall panel systems, and much more. Our design record attests to our dedication to quality and customer satisfaction. King Manufacturing, from design to completion.
Born from a single project, WDS Construction has evolved into a nationwide general contractor and construction management company. But we're so much more than that. The cold storage industry is experiencing high demand and low capacity. WDS is building goodwill from the ground up through customized solutions. WDS is committed to outservice the competition and overdeliver for customers. A client-driven experience without question. Today, we're driven to be better in order to build better.
PT Tire and Service is a family-owned business that invests in you and your family. From one family to another, Safe travels and seamless automotive maintenance makes every trip a great trip. PT Tire and Service, serving Central Wisconsin with excellence for over 20 years. Call 920-346-TIRE for all your automotive needs. PT Tire and Service, Brandon. No job too big or too small. PT Tire and Service in Brandon does it all. Call today, 920-346-TIRE.
Welcome to Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad.
Welcome back here to Jeff's live stream here. Joining me on the broadcast is also Justin Schwartzmiller. Justin, you were over at softball, and you got softball set up once again for us, and getting ready here. Sitting at second base is number 22, Wyatt Redmond. The count is 1-0, and there is 2 downs, and coming up to bat right now is Cam Smith. Umpire is trying to get himself situated and started here.
Redmond, courtesy runner for Ethan Pino. Which I think that's what it was when I put it on there today.
That pitch is inside for a ball. Good job there by the catcher, Gavin Slark, to grab a hold of that one. Gets away. Definitely going to have the runner moving over to third base. That's going to be hit well to the center fielder, and that's going to be the third out here at Taylor Park. At the end of 2, your score is 2-0 for the Laconia Spartans. We'll step aside and we'll be back here in the top of the third. You're listening to Jeff Sauer along with Justin Schwartzmiller here on Jeff's live stream.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes. Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry. Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
I need Weber.
Welcome back here to Jeff's live stream here. Top of the third inning. On the mound is Ethan Pino. Behind the plate is Colton Hogner. Over at first base is Beckett Weisgerber. Drake Nitz is over at second. Cam Smith is at short. Logan Plime is at third. In the outfield, Nick Blank in left, Jack Renz in right, and Flynn O'Lear Jack Renz is in center. Flynn O'Lear is in right. Garrett Heberer is up to bat here right now for the Markesan Hornets. 2-0 again is the lead here for the Laconia Spartans. You can hear the fans down here. Actually, it's coming out of the dugout. Here comes the first pitch. In there for a strike. Right on the outside edge. Good pitch there by Pino. Thanks again for joining us here on the broadcast. We're excited that we had the opportunity to bring it to you. Strike swinging, and it's down 0-2 quickly here. I don't know what the pitch count is. Some of them, Ethan must have been able to reset. That's going to be for a ball.
They both should have because they were both under 45 pitches.
Nope, if it's 30.
Or 30.
Yeah, but if you're not under 30.
Pino was under 30.
Right. They had to have a new pitcher, so we'd have to check and see who that is. That's going to be a ball on the outside for Markesan. I didn't pick that up either until we were just talking about it here. See, the girls softball team is waiting over there. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. A good pitch there by Ethan Pino, and a good start here with his 5 pitches that he's thrown to get the out. Brings up Braden Burke for Markesan. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be a ball high to Burke. One of the things that's really important for us is to make sure that, or at least for Ethan, is to get ahead in the count. That's true for all pitchers. That one's going to be a ball as well. So to be down 2-0 in the count is not where you want to be, as that puts you in a situation where the hitter's ahead. And now he drills the hitter, and he's going to get the walk. On the hit by pitch. Just got away from Ethan. You could see that there, and drills him. Here's the first pitch. Oh, I guess he did not hit him. I thought he did hit him. Instead, it's going to be a 4-ball walk. My apologies here. We'll undo that. 4-pitch walk instead. Brings up number 7, Braden Bruce for the Laconia Spartans.
Markesan Hornets.
Sorry, thank you very much. Markesan Hornets. That pitch there by Ethan is right on the outside edge and gets things rolling once again for a strike. Runner over at first base has an average lead. See what the secondary looks like. That's going to be a hit to the second baseman. Picked up, fires over to first base to get the second out of the inning.
Smart play by Nitz. He picked his head up right away, looked over, knew he wasn't going to be able to get the runner at second base, went right to first, calmly, gets it done.
Exactly what you want to do. I got to get back into the rhythm here, Justin. The same thing happens to me every single game of running the switcher, announcing, and then making sure that we do the score.
It's a lot.
Number 2 is coming in to run, it said, for Braden Burke.
Landon Lemke. Ooh. Sliced my finger a little bit. Not bad.
Got to be careful on the broken glass there.
Broken glass?
Yeah, on the screen.
No, that's not that.
Oh.
Like side of my finger.
Okay.
Probably was the umbrella that got me.
Gotcha. You can see the lead there at second base. That's going to be a little bit high for Ethan. This does not happen, Justin, hardly at all, that you come back and you pitch 2 days in a row. So I wonder how that is going to have an impact upon Ethan Pino on the mound.
Yeah, he only did throw on 20 pitches yesterday, so that might be a little bit more helpful in that situation. He didn't throw a ton of pitches. He should be all right.
You just always wonder about, can they get back into the swing? His whole routine changes. You know, again, he doesn't pitch back-to-back days, so see how that changes things. That's going to be hit on the ground over to the third baseman. Logan Plein fires across the diamond and gets the third out over to Weiss Gerber for the Laconia Spartans. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on, or one left on after 2.5 complete here at Taylor Park. Your score is 2-0. We'll be back here on Jeff's live stream.
Sam's Well Drilling focuses on providing clean, safe water for everyone. Their expert well water testing checks for bacteria and nitrates, ensuring peace of mind. As part of Sam's commitment to providing safe water, an in-house water testing lab is integral to Sam's service offering. The Water Sampling Lab is a separate division SWD Labs and prides itself on friendly service and a quick turnaround. Whether for drinking, irrigation, or livestock, Sam's has it covered. Trust Sam's for all your water needs. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Terry Holes and Ada Shun-Jones Realty is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. With over 20 years of full-time experience in the real estate industry, Terry has had the privilege of helping clients buy and sell homes and properties totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. His deep knowledge of the market, attention to detail, and commitment to clients has driven his success and made each transaction a positive experience. Terry was born and raised in Oakfield. He and his family have deep ties to the community. Terry knows this area when it comes to real estate. Contact Terry at 920-238-5558 for all your realty needs in the greater Oakfield area. Or check him out on Facebook at Terry Holz Realtor.
Andy Kolker at My Property Shop is ready to assist you with your real estate.
18, I think.
18.
Welcome back here to Jeff's live stream here. Coming up to bat for the Laconia Spartans is number 7, Jack Renz. The defense is trying to get set. I'm pretty sure it was 18, Jabin Lawson.
Yeah, and then we need a third baseman too, so. 18.
Here comes the first pitch in here by Heberer is the pitcher today. The other pitcher who was pitching yesterday, do you remember who that is, Justin?
Vandenberg was pitching yesterday.
Vandenberg had thrown over 30 pitches, so he is not eligible to pitch today. So one of the negatives about going with that rain. And that's going to be hit over to the shortstop. Fires across the diamond. What a good cannon over there. And a nice put out by number 11, Benton Vandenberg, across the diamond to get the out.
Only a freshman. Pretty good ball player. Saw him in the first time these two teams played. He had a home run. And it was one of the first games we did on Jeff's live streams of the year. Now the defensive lineup's all set up.
Awesome.
What count was that in?
First pitch.
Okay.
No, a second pitch. I'm sorry. It was a one, and it was a ball the first time, and then hit the second one.
All right, 0-1 to play.
That's in there for a ball. He said it was a little bit outside, 1-1.
Oh, I lost my track.
To Logan Plime for the Spartans. Here's the pitch. That's going to go outside as well. 2-1 is the count. Laconia is the number 5 seed, looking to advance.
Take on, I can remember.
Cedar Grove, if I remember correctly. Is that correct? I want to say that Cedar Grove. Random Lake. That's right. Random Lake is the 3 seed.
4 seed. They play the 4.
Here's the pitch. Strike out for Logan Plime. So strikeout swinging. Brings up number 27, Colton Hogner for the Laconia Spartans. We might get this in, Justin, here. It looks like maybe hopefully the rain is done and passed for today. That's going to be hit hard. Foul, though, by Hogner. Just outside of third base. Goes down as a strike. Hogner flew out the first time. Looked like it was over to the first baseman's side. Here comes the pitch by Heberer. That's going to be hit to center field. That's going to drop in there as a little Texas Leaguer bloop, and it's going to be a single. And a good job there for Colton Hogner to get on base for the Spartans with 2 down.
They don't ask how.
Nope. Doesn't look like it. When you look in the book, it says single. Doesn't matter how it looks in the book. Runner sitting over now at first base. Didn't get a chance to set up that camera because I was a little bit nervous about potential rain. So
I didn't do mine either, so don't worry.
And we might be able to, after we get a little bit further in here, we might zoom in just a touch on that main camera. Good strike pitch right there for that breaking ball to Luke Robbie. Sorry, Justin.
You're good. Just looking at numbers. I'm almost done. So close. And then the hard part.
That's in there for a strike. A little bit high, but at least from my angle here, again, we're looking down, so it's hard for us to really make that judgment call, and I was not looking at the center field. So you guys at home actually had a better look. Fire over to first. In there safe as he dives back on the 0-2 count with 2 down for Heberer. Gets him swinging on the strike on that breaking ball for the out. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. And after 3 complete here, your score at Taylor Park in Rosendale is 2-0 Laconia Spartans over the Markesan Hornets. We'll be back here on Jeff's live stream.
She prides herself on quick and smooth transactions with excellent negotiation skills. She is the local agent who puts your needs ahead of her own. Andy has already sold over $1 million in property in the first quarter of 2025. Do you want quality, detailed, accurate information in the real estate market? If so, Contact Andy today. My property shop, located at 6 East Franklin Street, Waupun, or call or text 920-296-8738.
Is your child ready for life? At Central Wisconsin Christian, we equip students not only with an exceptional education, but also with the spiritual foundation they need to navigate today's world with confidence and faith. Our graduates are prepared for life, academically, personally, and spiritually. Discover what makes Central Wisconsin Christian different. Call us at 920-324-4233 or visit us online at wearecwc.org. Central Wisconsin Christian, preparing students for life and eternity.
King Manufacturing. Since 1926.
Welcome back here to Taylor Park. 2-0 is your score. 1:15 here on the clock. Over on the other diamond, they're starting at 2:30, right, Justin?
I think so.
Okay.
That's what they told me yesterday.
That's what my understanding is as well. Here comes the first pitch by Pino. That's going to be a ball high to the catcher, Gavin Slark. Second one's on the outside edge for a strike. 1-1 is the count. I can probably turn my ears down just a little bit. There we go. That's going to be hit outside of the reach of the second baseman, Drake Nitz, and that'll go for a single for the Markesan Hornets to get things started here in the top of the fourth. It's going to bring up now Benton Vandenberg for the Hornets. Was the pitcher yesterday, is now playing at short. Here comes the pitch. Nice breaking ball in there by Pino for a strike. Was waiting to see for sure the delayed call there by the umpire. There's your runner sitting over at first base. Pino ahead in the count here with nobody out in the top of the fourth. Just a little bit low on that pitch for a ball, 1-1. Pino starting all over because he stayed over at under 30. So he's got 105 pitches that he'll be able to throw here in this shortened game. Good block there by Hogner on that ball. He gets that by, and definitely you've got your runner advancing over at first base. Here comes your pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. 2-0 again, the Spartans with the lead. You can see that on the scoreboard there. That's going to be hit over to the first base side in the gap at the 3-4 hole for another single. Good work here by the Markesan Hornets so far in this inning. So they've got back-to-back singles. It's going to bring up now Jabin Lawson, the center fielder. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball lost off of the hand of Ethan Pino. That's possible. Obviously, today it's going to be a little bit damp, Justin. The ball was also hit on the ground. They do their best, obviously, to try and dry it off, but a little bit of moisture, hard to get a good grip on it for that breaking ball.
Yeah, especially get a little dirt on it. It's going to be a little more tough to get a good handle on it.
Turns the bunt, shows the bunt. Tries to bunt it. That's going to be popped up into the air for a foul ball. Jabin Lawson trying to lay one down, trying to score a run for Markesan here in the top of the fourth. You can see the runner over there in Gavin Slark. I believe that, is he running for himself?
Yep.
Okay. Isn't he the catcher?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing, I just was wondering.
Catchers can run too, Jeff.
Oh, of course they can. I just was typically, you don't usually do that. 2-1 is the count. Thanks again for joining us here on Jeff's live stream for this Division III regional game, opening game here. It's going to be a strike. It's got that delayed call, and it makes the count 2-2 with nobody out. Huge strikeout would be huge right now here for Pino. Otherwise, a nice ground out to the shortstop. Breaking ball stays. It must have been a little high. Boy, that looked really good to me. But again, I'm not down, I'm below. I'm not looking at where the plate is. We can't really see the plate in the center field shot either. Get it ready. Here comes that pitch. Right on the outside edge, and he gets him looking for the strikeout. Great pitch there by Ethan Pino to come all the way back. Just as I said, he needed to get that strikeout and get one out on the board. Help his own cause here. One down, still runners at first and second here for the Markesan Hornets. Brings up Logan Lemke, left-handed hitter for the Hornets. One down, runner still at first and second. Here comes the pitch by Pino. Right down the middle, a little bit high for a ball. 1-0. Very fortunate that Justin and I both had off today so that he was able to do this. It's going to be hit on the ground off of the glove of Pino. Gets to the shortstop, and that is going to be, I'm going to give that a base hit. He tried to get a hold of it. That's going to be an infield single as it hopped up off of the glove of Pino. Tried to get a hold of it, could not. And because he had slowed it down enough, it allowed for the runner to get to first base. And there's no way you can give Pino an error on that for trying. And now you've got bases loaded with one out. And it's going to bring up Dawson Kelm, the third baseman for the Hornets. Kelm struck out looking his first time up to bat. Here's the pitch. Outside for Pino for a ball. With bases loaded. From the stretch, here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to the second baseman, a chance to roll it and get out of it. And they fire it across, and a perfect double play by the Laconia Spartans to get out of the inning on the 4-6-3 putout. I don't know. I have to go back. The only way, Justin, that I know how to check this is to see how many hits is to go back and check the scorebook because I didn't check over here. So I don't think that they had any hits prior to this inning, but they must have had at least one. So I'm going to say no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on base. And after 3.5 complete, your score remains 2-0 for the Laconia Spartans. We'll be back after these messages here on Just Livestream.
For our first-class building and canopies. Steel King canopies are a well-known and respected product. We design, fabricate, and contract installation for C-stores, fleets, entryways, restaurants, and more. Steel canopies serve a variety of purposes, including advertising or signage, control access, sheltering an entrance or loading area, support of lighting systems, and weather protection for people, equipment, or outdoor storage. King Manufacturing. From design to completion.
Hello, this is Jeff Sauer with Jeff's Livestream. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. Our purpose, first and foremost, is to bring glory to God. Second is to draw attention to the student athletes, promote the great things they and their schools are doing, and promote the businesses and the people running them within our communities. Our mission is to create memories for student athletes, families, teams, and communities, as well as allowing for viewers to see their athletes or teams perform regardless of where the viewer is located. If you'd like to join us as a sponsor to help us fulfill our purpose and mission, feel free to give me a call at 920-345-2066 or email me at livestreamjeff@gmail.com.
Welcome back here to Jeff's Livestream. Up to bat now is left-handed hitting first baseman Beckett Weisgerber. First pitch is in there for a strike. Right on the inside edge, right underneath the hands of Weisgerber.
They had one hit in that last inning, by the way. Slark hit that one, the catcher, and to start the inning.
It's going to be in foul territory. Nobody could get there for a long strike. Makes it 0-2. See if that helps a little bit on the brightness there. It's a little bit better. 0-2 is the count here to Beckett. That's going to go high for a strike. That's the perfect pitch that you expected to see because it's right at the eyes. See if he'll chase. It's a hard one to catch up with the bat. Here's this pitch right on the outside edge. No, it's not. Ball. 2-2 is the count.
I just got to get my second baseman fixed.
Here comes the pitch from Heberer. That's going to be hit to the left-hand side, and that's going to tail foul as well. Keeps the count at 2-2. Here in the top of the fourth inning.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It only took 30 minutes.
Well, at least you're set up then still to stay with your Mayville Laconia game that is coming up here on Jeff's live stream. That'll be starting at 2:30 is when the game time will start. Justin, I'm sure, will go on air about 2:15 just to get you all caught up with where they're sitting at. 0-0 over there, if I remember correctly.
Yep, 6 strikeouts for Lily Schultz. She struck out everybody so far. Speaking of striking out, down goes Beckett Weisgerber.
Takes a looking on the outside. Brings up Ethan Pino.
Mine will be more accurate to see what Heber's strikeouts are so far after coming in technically in relief. Well, he's already got 3 so far. Through, 2 innings, basically, 2 1/3 innings of full work.
Yep. Pino fouls that first pitch off for a strike. Reached on an error, it looks like, in must have been the second inning, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was a ground ball to the former shortstop. I don't remember who was playing short at the time. Made an error on that one.
Heberer. That's going to be hit into the gap. Another Texas leaguer for the single. Actually, that one's not a Texas leaguer. That one is a good single hit for Ethan Pino. Finds the gap out there.
Yeah, it looked like a Texas leaguer to me. It looked a little Texas-y. Little flare, gets its way down. They don't ask how again. Redmond's going to come in and run right away.
Perfect.
Bring up Flynn O'Leary, struck out looking already.
They threw it away over at first base. I wasn't sure why they even made that attempt. With 1 out, and now they've taken the double play out of play.
That's an error right on the
It
pitcher.
is a throwing error on the pitcher, I believe. I couldn't quite see from my angle, but I'm guessing that it was from the pitcher missed hitting the first baseman. That's going to be hit to the shortstop. That's going to be dropped and bobbled. He fires across. What a cannon over there by Vandenberg. Gets the out over at first after dropping it. Wow.
That
What a
ball
great
is
fire.
Missile across the diamond. Again, only a freshman.
Absolutely amazing job there.
If I remember, I was looking at their stats. I think he batted 385 this season. Yeah, you might have it down there, but if I remember correctly, he batted 385 this season.
I did print it off here. I'll let you take a look at it. That first pitch is in there for a strike to Nick Blank.
361 he batted.
That's going to be a foul ball off to the right-hand side. If that stays in fair territory, Redmond is scoring from second base. Good effort over there by the right fielder to try and hustle and get there. Oh, and 2 is the count to Blank.
17 stolen bases there from Vandenberg as well. Wow.
Here comes the pitch. outside for a ball. 1-2. I think that's Heberers. That's a smart pitch by him on the mound there to see if he'll chase, get that outside, see if he can get the strikeout. That's inside. That's going to be pulled. Foul. Was it out of play?
It was out of play.
Keeps the count at 1-2. Good job here by Nick Blank to protect up there at the plate. Battling.
Much cooler than yesterday. That's kind of nice. A little hot yesterday before the rain came.
Can't really say that over at Oakfield. They had a nice breeze over there. Fouls that one back. Continuing to battle up at the plate, protecting. Trying to get that runner in over at second base. Add another insurance run. That's going to be hit foul down the third base side.
3 straight foul balls. Staying alive, Blank, looking for his pitch.
He's doing a good job up here for a 245 hitter. He's doing a good job of battling.
For a while there, they actually EH'd him. They just had him play in the field. And back hitting now. It's got an RBI already technically in this game. He scored that, I believe it was the first run or second run of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
2-2 is the count with 2 outs. Hits, waits on that breaking ball, but it's going to be, right at the left fielder. He almost misplayed it. I thought it would carry a little bit, but it did not. Right into his glove for the third out of the inning. No runs on 2 hits? I believe 2 hits.
1 hit.
1 hit. No errors and 1 left on, and after
4. 4. After 4. Or 3.
After 4 complete,
4,
your
yeah.
score is 2-0 still for the Laconia Spartans. We'll be back.
To talk.
Born from a single retail project, WDS Construction has evolved into a nationwide general contractor and construction management company. But we're so much more than that. Retail is changing, and it's changing fast. No matter where you are, what you do, or how you sell products to your customers, we're with you every step of the way to lay the groundwork for whatever lies ahead. Building trust through results, and our commitment to provide a customer-driven experience without question. With 4 generations at the foundation of WDS, we've built a reliable client base and a passionate team to bring big-time experience, commitment, and satisfaction to your next project. Because we are built to build better.
Welcome back here to Taylor Park. Coming up to bat is the pitcher, Garrett Heberer, for the Markesan Hornets. We were just talking off air about how, well, first of all, look at the pitch count, Justin, 32 apiece. Tries to bunt that one, pops it back, foul.
Might be one of the hardest hit bunts, foul balls I've ever seen in my life.
It was, we were talking just there, you were second in the Trailways West. Actually tied for first, if I remember correctly, with Partyville. That pitch is on the outside edge to Heberer for a strike.
I don't know. I can't see it. It looked a little bit low and away to me.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to see it up here as well. See, say that he offered. They're going to say he did, and it's a drop third strike. Wow. I don't know that he came all the way around on that, but either way, it doesn't matter. We're not the ones calling the game. It is a strikeout.
It was close. I would have been intrigued to see if he went down to first, what he would have called.
First pitch hit over to the shortstop. Gets the 6-3 putout for the Spartans. Cam Smith fires it over to Weisgerber to get the out.
I'm double iPadding. We're flying through it today.
It's working for you.
I also don't ever turn the iPad sideways when I do it, so it's very odd to see it sideways like this.
Here comes the pitch. Swing for a strike to Braden Bruce.
It was way behind that. Way too late to decide to swing at that one.
Nice breaking ball in there for a strike. 0-2 is the count.
When you said he had a delayed strike call, I didn't see it yet. So
I know. That's going to get away from Pino. That's going to be a little bit high. It was the pitch that you wanted, but it was high and over his head and away inside. That's not where he wanted that one.
Tried to induce a chase, but when it's up and in like that, most guys don't even want to attempt to swing.
No, they're not going to go after that. In the dirt for ball 2, so it's 2-2.
I would have liked to see that pitch at the 1 or at the 0-2, because that low and away can set you up for that up and in pitch.
Fouls that one off to stay alive. That's a good job there by Bruce, not being able to determine whether that was actually going to be a strike or not. It's that tripod is not very stable. That's going to be hit over to the shortstop, Cam Smith. Picks it up, fires across the diamond and the stretch, and gets the out by Weisgerber. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And after 4.5 complete, your score remains 2-0 for the Spartans. We'll be back.
I'm going to fix it.
We are Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
Angling only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Welcome back here to Jeff's live stream. Time I have is 1:34, so we get another, hopefully, a half inning in here called by Justin. Bottom of the 5th inning.
Again, it's got a good game going here. I mean, this Markesan team, one of the better 12 seeds you're going to see around. I mean, they play in a small school conference and then have to come up and play in a higher division. That's a little more difficult. You see that with Horicon as well.
Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike by Heberer.
On the outside corner, nice pitch to start off a dangerous hitter in Cam Smith.
Ball 1. 1-1 is the count. Smith looking for a base hit here.
For 2 already in this game.
Fouls that one back on out of play.
I think he's 0 for 1 today in this one. But
yes, he is.
1 for 2 yesterday.
I believe when I was going through the stuff, I believe that was true.
Yep, had a first inning single and scored actually. Scored what could be the winning run in this one.
Ball on the outside. Couldn't have missed by much there. 2-2. Heberer has done a nice job so far coming in. That's going to be hit, and that's going to be down. And congratulations to Cam Smith for tying the school record for number of hits in a season. Congratulations there. Great job. As you can see that hit dropping in there, a nice line drive right up the middle. Cam Smith ties your season.
Oh, they want the baseball probably.
I think so. Coach Smith stops over there and says, let's get that ball to bring it in here. And there it is for tying the record. Pretty sure that's what he wrote on the paper, right? One hit away from tying. So he's still got games left, hopefully, right? I mean, you never know what could happen here. But
in the beginning of the season, I was talking to Greg, and we had done, I think, 3 or 4 Laconia games in a row. And out of all those four, I think it was 4 games, and Cam Smith had gotten out one time.
Yeah.
He started off, I think it was 12 for 13 on the season, and it just baffled me.
First pitch is in there to Jack Renz for a ball. Here comes the pitch. Outside again.
Kind of seems like he's struggling a little bit, finding his positioning on that mound. Kind of fell off hard.
Yeah, I don't think
glove
it's
hand side both times.
I don't think it's misting out. I can't really tell, but it doesn't seem like it. There's a nice breaking ball. No, I guess it's not. A little bit high, he says.
I agree with him on that one.
3-0.
Cross the plate, probably right about the chest or shoulders of Jack Renz.
That comes in there for a strike. 3-1. Big time hitters count right here for Jack Renz. Opportunity for the Spartans.
0 for 2 in this contest so far.
Nobody out.
Runner goes. Hit and run was on. That ball was ripped down the third base line.
Smith had a good jump anyways. I think that he would have easily made it.
It would have been close. It would have been a no-throw, no contest type of steal there.
Full count right here to Renz. We'll see if Smith is taken off one more time. Step back. Heberer thought so. Heberer, I think it is. Sorry about that. If I'm wrong on that, let us know. One of the things we ask you to do if you're participating here and watching. Got already, that's going to be hit. Foul territory. Whoa, what a play over there. Almost by the left fielder. I would have missed it with the camera if I would have switched it anyways, but dive. What would you say, Justin? A good probably 10 yards off of the line?
Yeah, 10 yards off of the line. Just was kind of sliding down to make the grab, a half dive / slide, and hit off the top of his glove. Good attempt out there and left from Braden Bruce, though. Covered a lot of ground to get to that ball.
Still a full count. To Jack Renz. You said before, Renz was an 0-2. He's due 0-2. He waits on that breaking ball and just pulls it foul.
I don't know if Heber is going to want to throw him a breaking ball because the 2 that he's thrown were smoked line drives, just foul. If he can time it up, he's going to put one in play. And he hit it in a gap. There's a high probability that Cam Smith's going to score if the ball goes hard enough into a gap.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And misses on the fastball on the outside. So he stayed away from the breaking ball, just like you said, Justin, but he missed. You would have liked him to throw it right down the middle almost to give a chance.
Wasn't very close.
No.
A non-competitive pitch.
It brings up number 8, Logan Plime, the third baseman and the number 3 hitter here in the lineup for the Spartans. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Good speed on the bases. Lays one down. That looks like a pretty good bunt. Heberer fires across the diamond to get the out, but he does his job with a sacrifice bunt and moves the runners over to second and third. Great execution.
And a really good sack bunt, perfectly placed, almost good enough to be able to beat it out. Just not enough speed there from Plime, but a 1-4 put out nonetheless. Was the second baseman that got over there, right? I was correct on that, right? I thought so. I thought that the first baseman came in on it.
I can't see how this corner has to be blocked over at first base.
Well, we'll go with a 1-4 put out.
That's all right. That's going to be hit well to backhand to the shortstop. Goes for the pickle. The run's going to score. And now they're going to have a rundown here with Jack Renz. Renz gets tagged out, and they throw to second. Safe. They're going to say at second base. And it looks like Hogner may have hurt a shoulder diving back in, and I can attest, Justin, we had a great player in Reese Holman over at Waupun, did the same thing, diving back into first, though, on a pickoff attempt, and ended up tearing the rotator cuff and was done for the season with that. But Hogner's going to get the single. Actually, no, it's going to be a fielder's choice.
Yep. Well, wait till you see what I got here.
Okay, I'll let you put it in mine as well.
I had a 6-5-4-5 put out.
That's going to be sawed off of the hands, picked up there by the shortstop, fires across the diamond and gets the third out. But the Laconia Spartans did exactly what they wanted to do and scored that run here in the bottom of the fifth to make the score 3-0. You're listening to Jeff Sauer with Justin Schwartzmiller here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back here in the top of the sixth.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin. Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances, and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. Sam's also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for Sam's Well Drilling. We at Sam's are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Welcome back here to Jeff's live stream. Hey, I want to share some information with you that we are looking to expand our broadcasting. We're going to stay. We did a lot of Laconia stuff this winter and spring. We actually did some even during the fall. We're going to stay with Laconia as we expand some of our broadcasting, and we're also going to jump in and cover Lamira and Mayville out of the Flyway Conference. So we're going to be pretty busy here covering 3 schools in the Flyway, in addition to what we got going on in the Trailways East with Central Wisconsin Christian School and Oakfield Oaks. So if you're going to be looking for broadcasts, and we might possibly even be expanding, we do a Randolph area. We have done in the Trailways West, and we've talked about possibly even jumping and covering some of Markesan. So we've had a good job here, a good run at Jeff's live stream here in our first year expanding, and it's going to be a ball and a strike in here to Lucas Bruce. And because of that, we decided that we are going to continue to expand, and that's going to hit him off of the shoulder, and he's going to draw the hit by pitch and have a runner over on first base in Lucas Bruce. And it's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Gavin Slark. So, again, we wanted to make sure that we get that information out there and we share it before the rest of our broadcasts here. We were waiting to see if a potential partnership would have been coming down the road, and we found out today that it is not. So we decided that that's what we're going to do. We got to be careful there, Hogner, with a runner on base. That one bounced off of the mound. A good thing there, you got good backup out there by your infielders. So Justin Schwartzmiller probably will be doing a lot of covering of the Flyway Conference schools with Laconia, Lamira, and Mayville. We've been very impressed with what he has done here. I'm sorry to miss him over. It's going to be hit over on the right-hand side. That's going to be dropped. They fire across and get the force out at second base. So no harm, no foul over there on that base hit. And it was not a foul. I should be clarifying that. It's going to go down as a fielder's choice as they get the force out over at second base. Brings up now Benton Vandenberg as Slark is over at first base. So, again, thanks for joining us here on Jeff's live stream, our first year of broadcasting. And we actually didn't start until about middle of September, just the way circumstances turned out, and we couldn't be happier. But what we do hope is that we can expand and we can get a few more sponsors to jump on here per each of the schools. That'll definitely help us to be able to expand our coverage. 1-2 is the count here to Vandenberg. That's going to be hit in the gap at 5-6 hole. and that'll be a base hit for Vandenberg. You've heard Justin talk about it before, just a freshman cannon over there at short, and now he has a single. Drilled that one out to the left fielder. And now runners at first and second brings up Jabin Lawson for the Hornets. Again, we're pretty excited about expanding and covering a couple of other schools there. Excited to work with Kyle Tuig over at Lemira, and excited about working with Scott Hilber more at Mayville. That's going to be hit well. That might drop. No, good hustle play over there by Nick Blank to come in and get the second out. After it sounded like good contact there by Lawson. But flies out to the left fielder for the out. Really impressed there by Nick Blank. Coming in there and grabbing a hold of that one. It's going to bring up the left-handed hitting Logan Lemke for Markesan. 1 for 2. Flew out in the second inning and hit a single his last time up to bat. Off of the glove of Pino, I believe that was. First pitch in there for a ball. Hey, I want you to stay with us here. But when we get done, I want you to make sure that you jump over and you watch, or if you want to go to a split screen, watch Mayville and Lemira in regional final action. That's going to be a strike 1-1. Over on softball, it would be fantastic if you could do a split screen and watch 2 games at one time. 0-0 over there in that contest. In there for a strike right on the inside edge. Nice pitch there by Ethan Pino. Only at 48 pitches so far in this game because of the starting in the second inning. Actually, he didn't start till the third inning. That's going to be ball high. Good wasted pitch. See if he'll chase. Does not. 2-2 with 2 outs. Deuces wild here for the Laconia defense. See if they can get the out. Turns around, fires. I'm not a fan of that. I talk about this all the time. You have a 2-2 count. Why would you turn around and shoot it over towards the second baseman to try and get that pickoff when all you need to do is get the strikeout and end it? Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. That's going to be a single, and now I can understand they're going to hold him up. This gets the ball in a hurry is Jack Renz. Good piece of hitting there by Logan Lemke. Now maybe, I don't know, maybe if he stays focused there, he throws breaking ball and gets the out, but either way, the base hit. And now bases are loaded for the Hornets. And it's Dawson Kellum up to bat. That's going to be high for a ball to the third baseman. With the bases loaded. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be hit to the second baseman. Staying down with it is Nitz. He fires over to Weisgerber and gets the out for the end of the inning with bases loaded. Keeps that 0 sitting up there on the scoreboard. After 5.5 complete, your score is 3-0. The Laconia Spartans. Don't say that word. No, don't say that word. We'll be back here on Jeff.
Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class buildings and canopies. Did you know we do all kinds of metalwork? We offer a variety of decor available for purchase from other businesses. Designs range from holiday decor to sports to hobbies. Finished items can be wall hangings, outdoor garden decor, coffee tables, and so much more. If you're looking for address plaques, property signage, or awards plaques, King can make them. These are highly customized and durable products with your own street number, name, or event. A variety of fonts are available, and we can add our automotive-grade paint in a custom color, suitable for indoor or outdoor uses. Pricing varies. Call Joe Barnes at King Manufacturing. From design to completion.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn. getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346-TIRE.
Terry Holes and
Welcome back, in softball they did. Welcome back here to Taylor Park. So, yes, so Lamira won in softball yesterday. So they won their regional final. And now over here, this regional final between Laconia and Mayville, and the winner will go to Lamira and play. So it potentially could be the Flyway Conference just beats themselves silly during baseball and softball season in the playoffs. And it would seem that would be nice if they could figure out how to separate it. Coming up to bat here is going to be Beckett Weisgerber, the first baseman. He is 0 for 2, flew out to the catcher and got a strikeout looking in the last time that he was up. Let's see if Beckett can get something rolling here for the Spartans. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be a little flare over the shortstop for a base hit, and just talk about it right there, and it happens. Beckett Weisgerber for the single to get things started here in the bottom of the 6th. Going to bring up number 3, Ethan Pino. Not sure what the holdup is here. Are they putting in a pinch runner? They are. Number 22 is going to come in for Wyatt Redmond's going to come in and run for Beckett. They fire over quickly and hold him over at first base. Heberer now at 60 pitches. He'll obviously get through the game as well. Should be able to. I mean, I can't see him throwing 45 pitches here yet with an inning left. Nice bunt right there by Pino. Does his job, advances the runner over to second base. Perfect sacrifice bunt for the Laconia Spartans and Ethan Pino. Wyatt Redmond now sitting over at second base. First pitch is in there for a ball. Justin again has jumped over to the Laconia Mayville softball. He's got the pregame going. Hit on the ground over to Vandenberg. Fires across the diamond, and it ends up holding Redmond at second base. And a good play over there again by the shortstop for the Markesan Hornets. Stays right with it, grabs a hold of it, and gets the out. And the 6-3 put out. First pitch coming in there to Nick Blank is a ball. That's going to be hit on the ground, foul towards the third base side. Makes the count 1-1. Blank singled his first time at bat. It's probably, I'm guessing, in this, maybe it was in the second inning here. And flew out. That's going to be hit on the ground to the third baseman. Grabs a hold of it, and Dawson Kelm fires across the diamond over to Braden Burke and gets the third out of the inning. But Markesan is down to their final 3 outs here, coming up in the top of the 7th. Your score is 3-0 here from Taylor Park. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back.
Jones Realty is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. With over 20 years of full-time experience in the real estate industry, Terry has had the privilege of helping clients buy and sell homes and properties totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. His deep knowledge of the market, attention to detail, and commitment to clients has driven his success and made each transaction a positive experience. Terry was born and raised in Oakfield. He and his family have deep ties to the community. Terry knows this area when it comes to real estate. Contact Terry at 920-238-5558 for all your realty needs in the greater Oakfield area. Or check him out on Facebook at Terry Holes Realtor.
Born from a single retail project, WDS Construction has evolved into a nationwide general contractor and construction management company. But we're so much more than that.
Welcome back here to Taylor Park. I'm sorry about cutting off at WDS, one of our major sponsors here on Jeff's live stream. And again, you heard me talking about our new announcement that we're going to be expanding some flyway coverage. So we're hoping that we can get some other school or some other sponsors to jump on with us and promote your school and your community and these athletes. You've heard our ad several times about why we do what we do. And that is our goal here. And I can't do it without sponsors. So I want to thank the sponsors we currently have. That's going to be a ball to the outside. And we're going to come around to the businesses in the Rosendale and the Brandon area for Laconia and see if we can get some additional support there. We want to thank Generations Lanes for being a huge supporter of everything Laconia. That's going to be a ball in the dirt. 2-0 for Ethan. Little bit of rain here, so you got a little bit of moisture on the ball, trying to get his grip on it. See if he can make the adjustments here. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. Good adjustment there by Ethan. You know, we talk about what makes us different than other streaming services in the area is we like the multi-camera views. We do everything that we can to do that. Big swing and a strike. We just think that even though we are usually only a one-person or a two-person team that goes out, in a hurry, Pino comes right back and fires 3 quick strikes after 2 balls in the dirt. Says enough of that stuff and just throws a couple of balls right past Garrett Heberer and gets the strikeout swinging. And we're at 2 more outs left here in the inning here. Here comes the first pitch in to Braden Burke, the first baseman for the Hornets. That's going to be a ball. Ball 2. Again, you see the Venmo donations as well, and part of the reason why you see that there is when we do these WIAA games, the WIAA, nice pitch in there for a strike. Charges us $250 just to consider coming to the game. So we come here and we broadcast it, and $250, that'll be a strike on the outside edge. So we asked to help offset that cost because we already have our sponsors who've committed to sponsoring us. We just ask if you feel like you've joined a good broadcast here and you're proud of what we've done. We ask you just to put a donation in there. Good job there by Pino to reach out, snag it, underhand, gets the second out. Burke tries to hustle down there to make it safe, but could not get there. Pino snagged that one and gets the out on the 1-3 putout. And now Markesan is down to their final out. And up is Braden Bruce. For Markesan, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, left fielder. You'll have to stay with us here. We will have some interviews at the end of the game as well. I'll see if I can get a couple of kiddos to come up here. Who should we talk to? Who's had a good game, do you think, today? Couple of students. We should talk to Cam because of his setting the record. I don't know. Pino, you think we have a conversation with Ethan as well? All right, so if you guys can make sure that they will come up and talk to me, that'll be great. And then I also have Coach Smith come up and talk to me, and we'll do that at the end of the game. So if you want to just yell down and tell them that we'll talk to Ethan and to Cam as well. Advancing here. 2-1 is the count to Braden Bruce. In there for a strike. That's going to be 2-2 with 2 outs, and this could be the final pitch coming from Ethan Pino to end this contest here. Shakes it off. He wants fastball. He's throwing smoke. No, he's not. Goes a little bit high and draws the walk. Now it's going to bring up number 9, the leadoff hitter, the second baseman, Lucas Bruce. 76 pitch. It would have been nice if he would have got him out at 75. But either way, I believe that he's going to be able to continue to he'll be pitching on Tuesday potentially. That is in there for a strike. Here comes the second pitch in there. That's a ball. Hogner looks down after that outside pitch. That's, a perfect one to set you up when you grab a hold of it to fire down at first base. But Braden Bruce was tight to the bag. 1-1. Here's the count. There's the pitch. Nice breaking ball in there. Ooh. 2-1. I was going to say, he gave the signal for 3-1, but that would have meant we would have missed one here, and we didn't. Here comes the pitch. Wow. That'll be 3-1 right now for Ethan Pino. Here's the pitch. Strike, swinging. He comes right back after him. Again, a full count now. 3-2 and 2 outs. Runner's going to be moving. We'll see if Pino can get the out. That's going to be hit. Can Cam Smith track it down? No, the left fielder, Nick Blank, does instead, and that's going to end it here for the Markesan Hornets. Their season will be over, and the Laconia Spartans will move on, and they're going to be moving on, I'm assuming, to Random Lake. I didn't check the bracket ahead of time, but I believe that that's where it came. We're going to step aside here. You'll see on the camera still the handshake line, and we're going to talk to Cam Smith, Ethan Pino, and head coach Smith as well here on the postgame show. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here on Jeff's Live.
Retail is changing, and it's changing fast. No matter where you are, what you do, or how you sell products to your customers, we're with you every step of the way to lay the groundwork for whatever lies ahead. Building trust through results, and our commitment to provide a customer-driven experience without question. With 4 generations at the foundation of WDS, we've built a reliable client base and a passionate team to bring big-time experience, commitment, and satisfaction to your next project. Because we are built to build better.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Looking for something special in your child's education? The choices you make for your child today will impact their future forever. At CWC, we provide a Christ-centered education that shapes students academically, spiritually, and personally. From our exceptional elementary and middle schools to the academic rigor of life-enriching programs of our high school, CWC offers a place for students to grow and thrive. Our approach integrates faith into every subject, helping your child see the world through God's eyes. To learn more or schedule a visit, go to wearecwc.org.
Welcome back here to Jeff's live stream. Here, let me turn off this microphone. I'm going to use that when we get the boys up here and talk to them. We're going to try and talk to Cam Smith, who just tied the school record for most hits in a season. And we also are going to talk to Ethan Pino, the winning pitcher, as he went also 1 for 2 today, starting in the bottom of the second inning. So hopefully we'll get these players to come on up here and have a conversation with us. So stick around and listen to them. That's part of the things that we also like to do that is different, we hope, here on Jeff's live stream, is we like to work with the kids and have them work on their communication skills and share about their thoughts. And we ask them some questions here and see if we can get creating some additional memories for them here as part of the broadcast. But moving on to the second round of regionals is going to be your Laconia Spartans and I believe that they're going to be heading over to Random Lake to play in the next round, and maybe we'll go do that broadcast. I don't know yet what we're going to be doing on Tuesday. We have to wait to see what happens. Softball right now is priority number 1, so we're waiting to see what happens with the softball teams that we've been covering. Unfortunately, the Oakfield lost. That one really hurt us. We were planning to go deep with them, but they are out of it, and we're still following Mayville and Laconia, who are over there playing right now. I don't want you to leave because we want you to stay here as we get ready for those interviews here. And while I'm waiting for them to get done with their team meeting, let me see if I can give you some stats here quickly about the visiting team from Markesan. Benton Vandenberg went 2 for 3 in this contest. He did a fantastic job and a great job at shortstop, and he was also the starting pitcher for yesterday, but because he threw more than 30 pitches, he could not pitch today. Logan Lemke went 2 for 3 as well. They had 2 walks as a team, struck out 6 times. They had a total of 5 hits and were shut out with no runs being scored here in this contest. Pitching today, Garrett Heberer. Now, I know that these numbers are wrong because Justin was scrambling to get stuff entered in there, but in today's count, he had 77 pitches, 55 strikes, 22 balls. That's a pretty efficient outing as the pitcher for Garrett Heberer. He had 4 strikeouts and 2 walks and is responsible for 2 of the runs. 2 of them are earned runs. But unfortunately, the Markesan Hornets season ends. We're going to step aside and we're going to get back up here and we're going to have a conversation with Ethan Pino and with Cam Smith here for the Laconia Spartans. We'll be back here after these messages on the Postgame show with Jeff's live stream.
Welcome to Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Andy Kolker at My Property Shop is ready to assist you with your real estate needs. She prides herself on quick and smooth transactions with excellent negotiation skills. She is the local agent who puts your needs ahead of her own. Andy has already sold over $1 million in property in the first quarter of 2025. Do you want quality, detailed, accurate information in the real estate market? If so, contact Andy today. My Property Shop, located at 6 East Franklin Street, Waupun, or call or text 920-296-8738.
Welcome back here on the Postgame show. Joining me now is the head coach for the Laconia Spartans, Greg Smith. Coach, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey, congratulations on a big win here in the regional, advancing here. Just talk to me a little bit of your initial thoughts about this game.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a tough fought game both ways. It was pitcher's duel there at the end, or today anyway. Yesterday we got on him a little bit, but today he pitched really, really well. So it was, it was a good battle. They made some plays. I know that Vandenberg kid's amazing. He just
for a freshman, I mean, he was really solid over at shortstop there.
Yeah, he made some plays in that ball. I think he gets about 4 feet across, or 4 feet in the air all the way across the diamond. But he definitely saved him some runs for sure. And when they had the bases loaded too, they were really threatening there and to get out of it with double play. That was huge. We put some bunts down, which moved some guys over, and it was a good game for us. I was very, very pleased with it. So
your defense is very solid. I believe twice today they had bases loaded, and you were able to get out of it and preserve the shutout. So just talk about your defense in general.
Yeah, no, that's one thing we've always hung our hat on here is, offensively, if we can get that going, get all aspects going at the same time. And, I like to think we're a pretty decent team, but many times this year we struggle a little bit scoring runs when guys were in scoring position. But defensively, it's always been pretty solid for us. Yesterday, I don't know if you heard about it, but Jack Renz made a heck of a catch and diving catch in center field, which he didn't want to save the run because he was the only guy on base at the time. But But that was just one of the effort plays, and then Nick made some nice running catches today too, and Flynn made one out, and he didn't catch it, but he made the heads up play.
Right.
Yeah, the heads up play to come back right, and pick it up and throw it to second base. We're in the same situation then, with out there. But no, defensively, I've been very, very pleased with how we've been playing this year. So.
Yeah, we've seen several games where Jack Renz out in center field has made some incredible plays. We've been very happy that we've had a chance to see Laconia a lot of times. But let's talk about, was this a Markesan, a 12-seed team here that you saw today?
No, I mean, and I was a little bit shocked. I mean, we are in an extremely tough regional, so with that being said, but I was shocked too that they won their conference. They're 14-8 overall in regular season play, and I even said it to Coach there. I said, I'm just shocked yet that we're playing you as a 5-seed. First game of the regionals. I just thought he should have got a better shake. But again, we have a lot of good teams in our regionals, so I mean you can't take anything away from the other teams either that were voted ahead of him because they had good seasons too. So I mean it's unfortunate that only one team moves on when you both teams played very, very well.
So Tuesday now you move over and you will be playing. Over probably at Random Lake, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I'm sure they finished their game there. So, yes, you'll be over at Random Lake playing there. So just talk to me a little bit about what you know about Random Lake, and you're going to be on the road.
Yeah, they're a good team. I mean, they knocked us out a couple years back when they went to state. So, we played them in recent years. We didn't play them this year at all, but we did play them in recent years, a couple years back. But they're a good program, well coached, and, they got some nice players there too. So I told the kids we got to bring our A game. I mean, it's just playoffs now. Win or go home, type of thing. So, but I think this will kind of propel us and hopefully keep us going in the right direction, and hopefully we're able to do that and come away with a win on Tuesday. But we're gonna have to play well.
Well, congratulations on the victory, and I believe because of the pitch count, Ethan is available to pitch on
that
Tuesday if you would like him to.
Yep, that is correct. So
awesome.
We got everybody available to us, and that's good because then the more options you have, the better it is, especially when it comes to pitching and stuff. So
congratulations again, Coach. And we don't know what we're going to do yet Tuesday. We got to see what happens over here on this softball game, but there's a good chance that we're going to continue to go with you on the road and see how things turn out.
Well, that would be great. We appreciate you guys coming and doing everything you do for the kids and stuff. We really appreciate it.
Awesome. Thanks for joining me here on the post-game show. We're going to see if we can grab some of the boys here and throw some headsets on them and talk to them here quickly. Awesome. So I'm going to pass off my headset and we'll talk to you guys here. So I'm going to use the handheld. Mike, can you hear me? You can step over here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I just need to check my meter and see. Hey, congratulations on the victory. Cam, let's start out with you first here. First of all, congratulations on tying the season record for most hits in a season.
Thank you.
Talk to me about that. Was that one of your goals that you had in your back pocket, or did it just happen?
I had no clue that I was anywhere near it, and it was a surprise. My dad was calling for the ball, and I didn't know what was going on.
He came up here and he wrote down the message for me just to make sure that I was aware, because Jeff's live stream, me calling these games, those are the things I think that make it special. Those certain little nuances that give you that recognition here. So you just had a great offensive season so far. Just talk about that, your preparation and what you're seeing as far as hitting the ball so well.
Yeah, just a lot of off-season practice, hitting in the cages and stuff, making sure I'm ready for the season to come, and just got to transfer it over from practice to the games.
Talk to me about, a lot of people see hitting as an individual thing, but it really is not. It's a main part of the team play here. I mean, you don't swing out of your shoes. You're just trying to make contact. So talk about your approach when you've got runners on base.
Right. So coaches are always saying don't aim to hit out of the park. Just try to get on for the next guy, and that's what we do. We're good at doing that. We can put the ball in play and make sure we can get on for the next guy to hit us in.
We're going to talk to Ethan here shortly, but also, and Ethan, I'm sure will confirm this, that when you get a shutout, it also comes down from your defensive support as well. So talk to me about your defense. You do a fantastic job at short. Just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Defensively, I just try to stay consistent, make sure I'm ready on my feet, try to walk into every pitch, and just make sure I'm ready for the next pitch to come.
Typically, the shortstop is the captain out there. So talk to me about how you communicate with your other players.
Just making sure everybody knows what's going on, how many outs there are, pitches, and just making sure everyone's aware of the situation that we're in.
Well, congratulations again on tying that record. I'm sure you're going to break it on Tuesday. So maybe we'll be able to be there and see that one. I hope we are.
Thank you.
Well, congratulations again on the big victory here. Ethan, let's talk to you about today on the mound. What a great job out there. First of all, yesterday, staying underneath 30 pitches is huge. Talk to me about today's approach.
Obviously, yesterday staying under that 20 pitches was good. Today, I just knew that I have a great defense behind me. I just got to pound the strike zone and make them guys make plays.
How difficult was it for you to be able to pitch back-to-back days? That's not something that typically a starting pitcher does.
Yeah, it was difficult. I have like a routine that I go through, so definitely just getting in that routine, waking up early, stretching definitely helped out big time.
Talk to me about this Markesan team. If I remember correctly, I was looking at some of the statistics here, and I'll pick those back up, but especially from your pitching here. 91 pitches, 53 strikes, 38 balls. First of all, talk about that ratio that you have there, strikes to balls.
Yeah, during the off season, our pitching coach Heath, he said we need to get up in counts, get 2 strikes, 1 ball would be ideal, and then you work from there. So definitely just getting up in counts helps out a lot.
You get credit for the shutout, so no earned runs, but you did talk about that, your defense a little bit there, so talk a little bit more about the help in getting that shutout.
Yeah, I think we have one of the best outfields around. They don't let a lot drop. Even like with Flynn's drop, he got up and fired the guy out right at second. So in our infield has been unbelievable this year.
You ended up with 6 strikeouts today and only 2 walks. That's a fantastic ratio as well. So just also talk a little bit about the weather today. Was some of the misting back and forth, did that have an impact on your throwing?
A little bit. The mound gets a little damp, and then it's like you have to clean your cleats off. So it affected me a little bit, but not horribly.
Ethan, you also had 1 for 2 at the plate as well, and it's got to feel good to get some good contact out there.
Yeah, it definitely helps out. I'm like bottom of the order, so definitely getting on for the guys that lead off or like the top of the lineup definitely helps out our team a lot.
Well, congratulations on the big victory here and moving on and playing on Tuesday over at Random Lake.
Yep, it's going to be a fun one.
It's going to be a blast. So thanks for joining me here on the post-game show. This was your winning pitcher here, Ethan Pino, joining me here. We're going to step aside and we'll come back and we'll wrap everything up here on Jeff's live stream. We'll be back.
This is Jeff Sauer with Jeff's live stream. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. Our purpose, first and foremost, is to bring glory to God. Second is to draw attention to the student athletes, promote the great things they and their schools are doing, and promote the businesses and the people running them within our communities. Our mission is to create memories for student athletes, families, teams, and communities, as well as allowing for viewers to see their athletes or teams perform regardless of where the viewer is located. If you'd like to join us as a sponsor to help us fulfill our purpose and mission, feel free to give me a call at 920-345-2066 or email me at livestreamjeff@gmail.com. I'd love to talk.
Welcome back here on Jeff's live stream here on the post-game show. A couple of things there. You got to be impressed with how those young men did a great job of communicating and doing a good job of sharing about their team. Even though they had the great games, they were really impressed with how they did a good job of communicating here. We hope that you've enjoyed our broadcast here. Let me give you, again, the final numbers here for the home team, Laconia. It's just Cam Smith, again, was 2 for 3 for today. And Ethan Pino was 1 for 2, and you had a couple of walks today as a team. I had 6 hits total, scored 3 runs in this contest, and struck out 4 times. So anytime that you've got more hits than strikeouts, you're sitting in a pretty good situation. And again, final numbers for Ethan Pino pitching. He pitches all 7 innings. Again, the numbers are a little bit skewed on how you take a look at it, but he had 91 pitches today, 53 strikes, 38 balls, 6 strikeouts, only 2 walks in today's contest. So a great job again here for the Laconia Spartans, who are going to be moving on and playing against Random Lake in Division 3, continued in the regional final, I believe is what that technically is considered. You've got softball that's going to be taking place here yet for today's contest. I want to thank you for joining me here. One of the things that we do here on Jeff's live stream as well is we always give thanks. So if you would like to join me, thank you for sticking with me. We'll end things here in a prayer. Heavenly Father, I want to give you thanks for the opportunity to showcase the talents of your young creation and the people within this community, as well as the school of Laconia. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for making sure that all of your people remain safe. We ask that you will be with Markesan as they travel home and that they will be safe as well. Heavenly Father, we want to thank you for the opportunity today to once again breathe and bring praise to you. And we ask that you will continue to bless all of the people that are a part of these two programs and their communities and their schools. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thanks again for joining me here on the broadcast. This is Jeff Sauer for Jeff's live stream. Once again, the news that we also have for you is that we are going to continue to expand our coverage. We're going to be heading to Lamira and joining and put them as part of our broadcast schedule. We're going to add Mayville in as part of our broadcast schedule. We're also looking at expanding to the west. And we already have Randolph that we have on our schedule. We're looking at possibly moving towards Markesan. Just depends upon how much support we can get out there. So if you are a business and you would be interested in sponsoring us, and even if you're not interested right now, we're going to come and talk to you because we want to make sure that we can continue to do this for your school and your community and continue to make sure that we are honoring the young people who are out here competing for their schools and for their communities. Take care. God bless. And we can't wait to see you at a diamond near us. We do not know. Here's our upcoming schedule. We know that on Monday we'll be calling soccer, but we don't know where it will be on Tuesday or Wednesday for baseball stuff. And then on Thursday, we're not sure exactly where we will be either. But it's all going to depend, and just follow along on our website. And we're going to jump over. I'll ask that you do the same thing. Jump over to our other channel here and watch Justin calling the rest of the Mayville-Laconia softball game in the regional final. And I'm going to jump over there as well once I get everything cleaned up. Thanks again for following us here. This is Jeff Sauer on Jeff's live stream signing off. Thank you for watching our broadcast. A shout out to our sponsors. This is Jeff Sauer. I hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Until next time, may God bless you today and every